really used to recognize you, but I'm still too young. This movie give me courage, never fear no one. To feel no pain, and feel no tongue. So I ain't with no strings and I shed no tears.
Strap in for a wild ride. These hidden action thrillers are the pulse-pounding gems you've been missing. Explosive, gritty, and packed with edge-of-your-seat tension, each film delivers non-stop suspense and jaw-dropping twists that'll keep you hooked till the final frame. A seasoned cop walks into a nightclub hoping to reconnect with his daughter, but instead, he steps into a trap. The club goes into lockdown, hostages are taken, and a mysterious man reveals a chilling plan built on vengeance. As the hours tick down, it becomes clear this isn't about money, it's personal, and the target is him. With innocent lives at stake and his daughter caught in the middle, he must fight through armed thugs, emotional trauma, and a web of secrets that refuse to stay buried. Every moment tightens the grip, every decision could be fatal. Police Story, Lockdown is a gritty, emotionally charged thriller where justice collides with revenge and survival comes at the cost of everything you love.
And everyone you care about are now gone. I could have had you killed any time I want.
A former Special Forces soldier returns home, broken and battling his past, trying to disappear from a world that made him a weapon. But when a woman from his past is found dead under suspicious circumstances, he's pulled into a deadly conspiracy involving corruption, betrayal, and organized crime. As he digs deeper, the truth gets darker and the enemies more dangerous. With no badge, no backup, and nothing to lose, he launches a brutal war for justice, using every brutal skill the military gave him. Explosions, bare-knuckle fights, and high-stakes chases explode across the screen. Outlawed is a gritty action thriller packed with raw intensity, where redemption comes at the end of a barrel and survival is never guaranteed.
A beautiful monster.
In a city consumed by corruption and violence, a young girl turns into a cold-blooded assassin after her parents are murdered. Trained by a twisted ex-cop, she hunts down the criminals who destroyed her life, leaving a trail of bodies behind. But as memories from her past begin to resurface, the mission grows darker, and questions about who's really pulling the strings start to surface. When she meets someone who holds the key to the truth, everything changes. With explosive shootouts, brutal takedowns, and a neon-soaked backdrop, Kite dives deep into a world where innocence is lost. Revenge is deadly, and trust is a dangerous game. This is sleek, high-impact action, wrapped in mystery, style, and pure fury.
Put an end to this. Let's play.
A former elite soldier arrives in Amsterdam, hoping to leave his violent past behind. But when the daughter of a close friend is kidnapped by a brutal trafficking syndicate, his quiet life turns into a war zone. With no backup and no time to waste, he launches a ruthless hunt through the city's criminal underworld, taking down gangs, thugs, and corrupt figures with precision and fury. Every fight is fast, brutal, and personal. As the truth behind the abduction unfolds, the mission becomes more than rescue, it's revenge. Black Lotus is a high-impact action thriller, loaded with intense combat, sleek visuals, and non-stop momentum. When justice fails, he delivers his own fist by fist, blow by blow, no mercy given.
There's only one way this ends.
Time I had the fire to do something about that.
In the Nevada desert of 1963, 2 U.S. Marshals are sent to arrest a powerful land baron accused of murdering ranchers for their land. But when they arrive, the warrant is suddenly revoked, and something doesn't add up. Ignoring orders, they dig deeper and uncover a twisted conspiracy involving stolen land, military secrets, and a hidden missile silo that could spark global war. As the clock ticks, they must face off against corrupt officials, a manipulative preacher, and their own haunted pasts. Laws of Man is a gritty, slow-burn neo-western packed with tension, deception, and explosive consequences. It's about justice, loyalty, and the brutal price of doing what's right when the law has already been bought.
Well, you've heard of me now.
A retired Black Ops agent is forced back into action when he's framed for knowing the location of a stolen nuclear weapon. Hunted across continents by elite assassins, government agents, and dangerous enemies, he reunites with his old crew for one last mission. From high-speed chases in Paris to explosive shootouts in Moscow, the clock is ticking as they race to stop global destruction. Along the way, they uncover a twisted conspiracy tied to secrets buried deep in Cold War history, packed with slick action, sharp humor, and wild international chaos. Red 2 proves that old legends don't fade, they reload. When the world's most dangerous retirees step in, expect bullets, betrayals, and a mission that's anything but quiet.
Tell me what you saw.
I made a mistake. It's happening. Now!
A man living quietly in Las Vegas hides an extraordinary secret. He can see exactly 2 minutes into his own future. He uses it for small tricks and survival, staying out of sight. But when the government learns of his ability, he's pulled into a race against time to stop a nuclear terrorist attack. Forced into a deadly mission, he must dodge agents, outsmart killers, and use his shifting visions to stay one step ahead. But everything changes when he meets a mysterious woman, someone tied to a future he's never been able to see before. Next is a high-stakes sci-fi action thriller where the future keeps changing, and one man's gift may be the only thing standing between peace and catastrophe. After a deadly virus decimates the world, a young girl watches her family die in front of her eyes, only to be saved by a hardened survivor. 10 years later, they journey through a ruined landscape, evading feral creatures and desperate survivors. Every day is a fight for food, safety, and hope. When they stumble upon a hidden sanctuary, it promises peace, but dark secrets lurk behind its walls. Trust is fragile, danger is constant, and the past refuses to stay buried. As tensions rise and enemies close in, they must face impossible choices. Silent Zone delivers gritty survival, raw emotion, and heart-pounding action in a world where silence is safety and one wrong step could mean the end. The G.I. Joe team is ambushed and nearly wiped out after being framed for a devastating attack they didn't commit. With the world turning against them and their unit dismantled, the few survivors go off the grid to uncover who set them up and why. What they discover is a global conspiracy led by a dangerous enemy bent on world domination. With advanced weapons in play and time running out, they strike back in a series of explosive missions that span the globe. From covert raids to full-scale warfare, every move counts. G.I. Joe Retaliation delivers non-stop action, high-stakes betrayal, and a fight for survival where loyalty is tested and the real war is fought in the shadows.
Get more.
I can help you get all the time you want.
No, we're coming to get you.
In a future where time is literally money, people stop aging at 25, but must earn more time to stay alive. The rich live forever, while the poor beg, borrow, or steal just to survive another day. When a working-class man suddenly inherits over a century of time, he becomes a target for a corrupt system that doesn't want balance, it wants control. Framed and on the run, he teams up with a woman from the elite class, and together they start a high-stakes rebellion against a society built on stolen seconds. In Time is a fast-paced sci-fi thriller where every heartbeat matters, and one man's stolen time becomes a weapon against a world where the clock never stops ticking.